Whee! Ouch.
Nice.
How long have we been falling?
For a week now at this point. We took a recording session break. So we've been falling for a while.
We've been falling endlessly.
Falling endlessly, so that's what bottomless pits are. Okay. Welcome to part 10 of the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword playthrough. Damn it. I meant to get that goddess cube, but oh well, I guess I won't.
Nice job.
Yeah, we are exploring the under caverns areas of Elden Volcano. That's basically the place that we're in right now. So yeah, we'll just be digging around here. Literally digging. Eventually. Yeah, because this is where we get our digging tool here. Yeah, and we can't climb that because that ledge is way too tall.
Just jump better.
Link can do like a little bit of a wall run, but it's more like how a realistic person might do it. So, but only if the wall is tall enough, he can actually mount over it. That wall is not tall enough, so he can't mount over it. Oh yeah, there's sometimes throughout the game there'll be certain enemies with these horns on them, which they'll use to keep calling more mooks. So the tactic is to go after them first, so they won't be able to spawn any more mooks.
Mook. That's a funny word.
It is. I actually don't know the origin of it. I heard it somewhere to just basically describe enemies in games. Mook. Mook, a stupid or incompetent person.
I mean,
it's not entirely wrong.
No.
But I just use it to define basic enemies in video games, just generally.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Now that I know the definition of the word, I'm gonna be using it as an insult now.
you mook.
You stupid mook. Well, we got the digging mooks.
Why does it sound like calling someone a you mook? Why does it sound like a racial slur?
Koopas.
I mean, somewhere in the world it probably is.
Koopas.
I mean, I guess. What did you say, Josh?
I said somewhere in the world it's probably a slur.
It probably is, or something of. Yeah, it's weird how some things, because our language and differences. I'm more specifically talking about like U.S. and Britain. How certain words mean different things over there than they do here. Like, what do we call chips? We call them chips. What do they call chips? They call them crisps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fascinating like that.
Yes.
So there could be something. I think. I don't know.
It's also generally kind of interesting how like different places pronounce like words differently sometimes. Like they'll emphasize a certain letter more than other languages.
Right.
We should tell the audience what the UK calls cigarettes.
What do they call them?
Oh, none of you guys know?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Well, okay. Well, at least to my knowledge, at least in England, they call cigarettes. What is it? Do you guys know the other word for bundle of sticks?
Kindling. Do they call it kindling?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to spell it out because I shouldn't say it.
Oh, is it a slur in the U.S.? Oh no.
It's F.
F.
A.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
Really? That's what they call them there.
Yeah, I mean, yes, they call cigarettes that.
Ah, gotcha.
Interesting.
Yeah. I actually didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
Well, I guess that's a pretty good example of how, you know, some words are slurs in other places of the world.
Yeah, it's funny like that. Also, I was gonna mention that I don't remember the specific reason as to why, but the PS2 Ratchet and Clank games, or I guess almost all of them, they have some kind of like innuendo to them, or they changed all the innuendos and stuff to something more appropriate for the European audiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think man, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. What's let me look it up. Ratchet 2 UK. Right, yeah. So in the US, Ratchet and Clank 2 is called Going Commando. But in Europe it's called Locked and Loaded. So
yeah, well that makes sense. And the third game is called Up Your Arsenal. Right.
And then what's it called in UK?
It's time for the moment you've
all been waiting for.
Let's go.
Okay, so let me explain.
What did we just pick up?
So the original Wii version had this weird thing that it would play like every time you booted up a new play session, the game would when you collected a collectible, the game would act as if you had never collected it before, and it just give you the description outright. That happened every time you booted the game up for a new session. But in this game, in the HD port, they fixed that.
Thank God.
So yeah, no more dialogue. So like basically on the Wii, every time you boot it back up again, it like give you the description, hey, you collected a blue rupee. That is worth 5 rupees every time. They fixed that, thank God. That was so annoying.
That was really unnecessary.
It is really unnecessary. It might have been a glitch for all I know, because that doesn't sound like something anything would do. No game would ever do that.
Yeah, unless every play session has a different person playing it or something.
I mean, I don't know though. That's stretching it.
Okay.
Hello? Who are you?
It's a woman.
Ninja. A woman ninja. Ninja woman.
Yes.
Yes. Odd.
I always forget that you named him Bates.
Huh?
Huh?
Josh.
I said I always forget you named him Bates.
Yeah. I did. Oh yeah, now we climb up the mountain.
Ooh, Green Hill's looking a lot more like Sand Hill.
Oh yeah, I do some funny stuff here with the enemies right here. So, I guess not here. What am I doing here?
Yes, what are you doing?
Oh. All I have to do is knock you over, and then... Yeah. Bye-bye. Just watch him roll all the way down.
Oh my god. Does he go in the lava?
No.
Aw,
apparently, I guess he died before, his official death. He just, his body just rolled.
Yeah.
all the way down. It's fun. Like, you can do some light environmental hazard stuff to take care of the enemies. They don't do a whole lot with it. It's like it's not implemented that much into the game, but the little moments when you can, it is pretty fun. Like the tightrope stuff in Farron Woods, that's pretty fun. They program them to go into the tightropes, so you can knock them off that. So that's fun. You can do a little bit, but not as much as you like. And secret here.
Boom.
What is this? So this little room is something I didn't write down in my test playthrough notes. This is like my first time ever discovering it like ever.
Really?
I guess I just never. Yeah, I guess I never. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense because you know this is a Wii game, and being a Wii game, there was no manual camera control. It just basically followed you wherever you went.
Yeah.
So I never. But now it's on the Switch. You have manual camera control when you want. So I guess I just panned the camera over to the left, and I saw that. For the first time.
It was a bit more noticeable.
Right. So I guess I'm doing this. So I have no idea what this is. So you're gonna see me fail the very first time. It's basically Minesweeper.
Oh.
I'm amazing at that game.
Well, you're gonna see me fail here.
How to Minesweeper?
I didn't understand the rules. Oops. But yeah, it's basically Minesweeper.
Such an angry, like.
I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah. But basically, if you see it, find a blue rupee, it means you're right next to a bomb. So be careful.
Yeah.
I wasn't careful. I didn't understand the memo. I didn't get it. No. Like I said, no.
Never
I'm done.
again.
Yeah, never again. Yeah, I get it. I get the rules. Just leave.
Get me out of here!
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, so that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that was something. Okay, let's continue our adventure to save Princess Bitch.
I know, right? Every single video game with side quests be like that, you know? It's like, you only have 3 days to save the world. Great. I'm gonna go mess around with some chickens for a bit.
And catch some bugs.
Catch some bugs, yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, didn't have to worry about him.
Huh. And nothing of value was lost.
Nothing of value was lost. Oh yeah, I do more things environmentally wise here because there's some bokoblins up there holding boulders and you can knock them. Whee! So just watch what I do. Bye bye. Oh, thank goodness I did not get hit by those.
That would have been embarrassing.
That would have been. Well, watch this. If you just hit them with the slingshot, take care of them like that. They get crushed by their own boulder.
It's the little things in this game that makes it good.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because the big things, I could not care for. There's just so many pacing issues with this game that it just eventually adds up over time, and eventually the experience you have just it drains you. It just drains you.
Yeah.
Because like I said last time, I think the highlights of this game are without a doubt the dungeons. But the dungeon crawls usually last only about an hour or so. And so that's like for this game specifically, that's 7 hours because there are 7 dungeons out of like I don't even know how long this game is, 30 hours. So that's 7 hours I'm actually having fun out of a 30-hour adventure. So
no, someone's at their math.
More or less, yes. Basically, since the videos that we do here are roughly 20 minutes each, it means that 3 parts is quantitative of an hour. So every 3 parts is an hour, perspective-wise.
Yeah,
roughly. And so, since this playthrough is a 51-part playthrough specifically, it's a 17-hour playthrough. Oh, okay. So I'm only having fun 7 hours out of 17.
Well,
still, that's a pretty lengthy game compared to most of what we've played up to this point.
For sure, yeah. And even just then, I think this is the longest Zelda game, not barring Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild's its own thing. I think this is the longest Zelda game ever, and it's for really stupid reasons. Ugh. But yeah, speaking of stupid reasons, so that door right there is the door to Dungeon 2, but I can't get in there because there's a lock. So how do we find the key? It's not in there. I just want rupees.
just give me money.
Priorities.
So we have to now go find these. There are 5 of these scattered around the place, and we have to go find them in order to open the door. Okay, that's that's fine at least, but it just adds up over time.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is what's called padding.
Yeah, for really stupid reasons. So it's best to get yourself familiarized with the level design now, so you don't have to. Because there are only 3 biomes in this game, it means you're gonna have to make a whole bunch of repeat visits because that's what the story asks you to. So it is best to learn the layouts of these level designs here and now, so you won't get frustrated with later sections on. It still might happen anyway because the padding is not. It's not great. It's not great. But just so that you have an easier time with yourself, yeah. Please understand the level design now.
That's a pinwheel.
That is a pinwheel. I wonder why that's there.
Actually, I'm more confused about the fact that why you were examining it so thoroughly.
Because I'm angry.
Is this what you do when you're angry? You just find random objects and just examine them thoroughly.
Examine them thoroughly, yeah.
Yeah, like, this is an interesting object.
Yes.
How is it made?
I like pinwheels. It's made of paper.
I thought pinwheels were made of pins.
I think a pinwheel is just called a pinwheel because it's a wheel that's like the size of a pin. Well, not like the actual blades of the wheel, but like, you know, it can fit. It's a pinhole rather. Oh God! I spent too long adjusting my shot.
Nice.
Good job.
Sometimes you just gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah. Because this game and its puzzle solving is a little more detail oriented than the others, I would say, because it like encourages you to look like think outside the box with nooks and crannies and all that. So doing it like how I did there is pretty neat. Just, you know, don't take too long adjusting your shot.
Yeah.
But that's number 3.
Ooh, only 2 more to go.
Oh, are we not in Dungeon 2 yet?
No, we still gotta do a little more walking.
Hooray, walking.
Yes, and yeah, because why play a Zelda game when you can just play a walking simulator? Oh, I'm sorry, a glorified walking simulator.
God. You know, back in like 2007, like Uncharted was like the very first game to like do all the like cinematic. You walk very slowly by tilting up the stick so you can like shimmy your body in a really tight crevice. It was cool back in 2007. In 2022, we've seen it a million times over and is sick of it.
Come on, just bring new ideas, or at least old ideas that people don't use anymore.
Yeah, it's. I had a bunch of these thoughts when we were watching the Game Awards 2022 because that just happened the other day, and there's like one game in particular I can't even remember the name of it, but I had commented like, dude, I've seen this type of video game like a million times before. This looks exactly the fucking same. Do you remember that, Josh? Not like the game, but like me saying that.
I'm not 100% sure.
Every single AAA game looks the same.
Yeah, that's kind of sad, you know.
Yeah.
At least nowadays, because what I like, I'll appreciate the OGs. Like, I always appreciate the OGs. That's why I like Uncharted and Gears of War, because they're like the first in their genre to do so. But now, fast forward 10 years later, we've seen a whole bunch of the same Gears, Uncharted type stuff in just a whole bunch of different games, and everything just kind of looks the same now. Because that was my feeling when I saw that one particular game, and I just thought, like, dude, I've seen this so many times before. Like, your game's not gonna sell well, dude. I don't know. Do you guys feel the same ish?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I like the graphics for some of these games. Don't get me wrong.
For sure.
They look amazing, but it's just there's a lack of. You can sense a lack of creativity because you know it's yes, it looks realistic, it looks nice, but it just doesn't have its own identity.
Yeah. There are so many games now that have that realistic look to it, so it's just not really anything special anymore.
Yeah, we play games to escape reality, and yet you're trying to make games look more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe that's a separate thing for what I'm talking about, but because how I see it actually is like, even though like it's not even just like a matter of like realistic or cartoon graphics or whatever the like, it's just like I've seen the same type of gameplay style over and over again. Like,
oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like again, like Uncharted's like shimmying through tight narrow corridors, and just all you do is hold up on the stick to do that. That was cool when Uncharted did it, but when all the other ones do it like 10 years later, it's just the same thing. Same thing with Gears of War. I really like Gears of War because it was like the first third-person cover-based shooter to do stuff like that. But now, like, every single third-person game is like that, and it just, I don't know, man. I like the
now
OGs.
The same thing's happening with Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like after Breath of the Wild, it was like I think Horizon Zero Dawn back then came out around the same time as Breath of the Wild, and everyone's making comparisons with that game. And so we're like, yeah, they somewhat look similar. They play differently for sure, but they somewhat look, you know, bright, vast open worlds. Why'd the video freeze?
What happened?
Okay, I don't know why the video froze there. It's probably fine.
It wasn't the video. It was just the viewer's YouTube player.
Oh, okay, maybe. I don't know.
breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, everyone just simultaneously had a dip in bars. Yeah. I remember. I don't remember how long ago it was, but there's this game called Phoenix Immortals Rising, if you remember that at all.
That sounds familiar.
I think I know about it.
Yeah, basically when I saw the trailer for it the first time, it was like, whoa, it's just like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. There's so many like open world kind of games that are coming out, you know, and then like everyone compares it to Breath of the Wild, and some people get kind of tired of it, but it's like, gee, I wonder why. It's almost like Breath of the Wild is the most successful open world game to ever come out.
Yeah. So everyone just makes that comparison. Because even at the time, like, Breath of the Wild was not like the first open world ever, because they had existed like 10 years prior to that.
Yeah.
But like it was the first time the Zelda series had done open world, so that was kind of the monumental step forward for that series. Because even the open world itself, it's not even as big as like GTA 5, I want to say. So there's that. It was just it's just the Zelda franchise doing it for the first time was just like made it so open to the public and stuff like that.
Doing it for the first time and doing it successfully.
Yeah, that too.
All right, boys, here we go. This is it, Luigi.
Dungeon 2. Oh, next time. Oops. Nice cutoff
Find
there.
out next time.
Dragon Ball Z. Also, let's appreciate the pacing. Dungeon 1 began in part 7, and then it ended part 8. Now we're in part 10, and we just began Dungeon 2.
Huh.
Fuck is this game's pacing?
It just does what it wants.
I wonder what part Dungeon 3 will begin with.
25.
I know the answer, so that's a rhetorical question.